Tough game. Give Eastern Washington a lot of credit. They were very well prepared, very difficult offense to stop. Thought the quarterback played extremely well. Their back played extremely well. They played really hard on defense, got after us. So give them a lot of credit. They did a lot of really good things, and we didn't play our best. We were behind the sticks a lot tonight, penalties and things like that, holding calls that put us in some tough situations. But this is a good wake-up call for us. Tough to bounce back, from last week and come home. I need to do a better job making sure we're ready to play.
Yeah, how will you be balancing celebrating a win, of course, but also fixing a lot of things that happened today as well?
Well, any win's a good win. It's hard to win, and especially when you get a motivated team like that who's coming in here that do a lot of really good things. Very well coached team, but I think it's a good wake-up call for us that you have to be prepared each and every week, and you can't afford to make mistakes and stay behind the chains. And they did a nice job of picking up some key third downs, and it was a tough football game. They battled really hard, but in the end, it's always nice to find a way to win.
Would you like to take a drink before?
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Just what did you feel they did that made life difficult on your offense, and how did you get it clicking in the fourth quarter and overtime?
Well, they put some pressure on our passer and kept us in some long yard situations. I don't know how many holding calls, maybe 3 holding calls at least, that put us, and they were after some positive plays. They did a nice job of mixing up their coverages, and so didn't get a run game really going. Elijah ran hard, but I thought they did a really nice job of coming aggressive out of the secondary and making open field tackles on our guys.
Was there a turning point you felt in this game where you guys were able to pull this out, or was there a certain play that stood out to you?
I don't know about a turning point. I think the long drive in the fourth quarter, that was where we did kick the field goal to tie the game, and I thought we put together a nice drive and could have ended the game in regulation, but missed the field goal. I thought the fourth quarter we actually executed as good as we had all night long.
Coach, I noticed that Zillian Hamilton saw a lot of snaps tonight, and Cam Walker was out of the game for much of the second half. Was that for injury reasons, or?
No, it was a team violation, and we set him out for a half, and so he sat out for 2 quarters.
Did you feel like that affected the pass defense? You guys gave up a couple big pass plays there in the second half.
No, I thought we missed a couple tackles out there. They had a really good receiver. Number 7 was really good. It didn't matter who was covering him. He's their best player on offense, and he's really hard to cover, and he's hard to tackle. He's really quick and shifty, and we missed some open field tackles on him. He caught it, made guys miss, and made yards after the catch.
How would you evaluate Mikey's performance today?
I think it's a learning day for Mikey. I don't know that we were seeing things as well as we had, and so I think this is going to be a really good week and miss some throws. We had a deep throw open early in the game to Mack, and we overthrew that. We just missed on a couple things. A little bit too much air to EB in the corner over there. We let him catch up and make a play on it. So just off just a little bit. But I think that's going to be really good for him to improve from.
How could you play so well against Purdue but then struggle like you did against Eastern Washington?
Each week's different. Every week's different. And like I say, he just missed on a couple things, and so but he's a competitor. He took some good shots, and he hung in there and kept playing. There was a lot of pressure on him tonight. That he had to get out of the pocket, and but I would expect him to continue to get better and make those plays.
Coach, can you assess the defense's performance and especially Lavelle closing things out at the end?
Yeah, well, they did a nice job. They keep you really off balance with a lot of things they do. There are a lot of misdirection stuff. Their back runs hard. Their offensive line played well. Their quarterback made a lot of really good plays. But thankfully at the end, that's 2 weeks in a row. Last week, Lavelle batted the one down on 4th down and then made the interception tonight. So he's a really special player.
Going into this game, did you anticipate that the quarterback was going to run around as much and kind of spread out the defense a bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. They're difficult to defend. They do a lot of really good things, a lot of misdirection stuff. And when you have a quarterback that can run like he can run, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
What are some takeaways from tonight's game that you're going to implement in preparation moving forward that maybe you might not have before?
Well, I thought we had a good week of practice. So I thought going onto the field tonight, everybody was focused and ready to play. I don't think it was distraction or overlooking anybody or anything like that. I just think Eastern Washington did a really nice job with a lot of things that they executed. They made a lot of plays tonight.
Hey, Coach. Eric seemed like he was contained there in the first half, but then in the fourth quarter he came up big. Just talk about how he was able to get open and just how much is it to have a veteran like Eric, step up in a game like that?
Yeah, I think Coach McCann called some plays that were a little bit more basic to us, and got EB in the right spots where he was open and was able to get him free access. We just missed on a couple things. He was open on a couple other things, and we just missed on it. We missed on a 3rd and 3 that he was open, and we threw it low. We missed him in the end zone. We underthrew the ball. We were late throwing it and put too much air on it, and he was open there. But he's a competitor, and not only did he catch the ball, but he turned it into positive yards after he caught it. He got up the field and made some key first downs for us.
And then, Coach, Mikey and Brooks have been connecting. Moving on from this game, do you hope to open up the plays and get more looks to the other wide receivers as well?
Well, I don't know. Someone could probably tell me what was last week. Someone told me some stat of how many receivers caught balls last week. So I don't. That was just kind of tonight. Yeah, he had a big game last week too, but he's a go-to guy, But other guys have to get involved. There's no doubt about it, which they did a week ago. Just tonight, I thought Trey Watson made some huge catches for us in key situations. Yeah, I mean, it's always really what the defense is going to give you is where the ball is going to go.
And then, what message do you give to your team in the locker room after winning a game but not winning it the way you wanted to?
Mainly that any win's a good win. It's hard to win, and this is a character builder, and it's one. When you can find a way to win in tough games, then it's a good lesson. And we need to go back to work, and we need to improve. We cannot make the mistakes that we made. We made too many mistakes tonight, and with holding calls, false start. We had a false start. We had some blown assignments here and there, and so we just have to clean a lot of things up. If we expect to win, we're going to have to clean a lot of things up.
Two last questions for Coach here.
Coach, the victory was by a slim margin. You had several thousand more fans than typically come out for an opponent like this. What was the impact you felt from the larger crowd today?
Yeah, I thought the crowd was great, and I thought they were into it, and I wish we could have put on a better show for them, but it was a good football game to watch because it turned out the right way. I have to thank Coach Sweeney and honoring him tonight. Maybe he was looking over us a little bit and helped us down the stretch.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
We got to celebrate it regardless. A win is a win. It's hard to win, honestly. But it just comes to show that it's a wake-up call that each and every college football team is good. We can't take anybody lightly week in and week out. And that kind of showed tonight, coming off a big win last week. And, yeah, we just got to keep playing. We're going to get everybody's best shot, and we just got to keep stacking days on days.
What was it like coming off of that big win and preparing for this game? Do you feel that impacted you guys' play at all?
I feel like we had a great week of practice, honestly. But I want to say we just got to stay focused to the details. I think we got away from our little details. You know, we kind of got to keep going on with the techniques that coach is praising. We probably got away from it. So that's something that we got to improve going into Arizona.
Can you take us through the final play? What did you see?
I know that they was getting their quarterback out of the pocket the whole game. They were slicing the tight end back, and they was running an over route. That last play, it looked like it looked like it was going to be like a screen and go or something they drew up on film last week. I kind of had the tight end going to the flat, but I seen him still looking down the field and just kind of played the ball.
As you catch that pass, is it excitement? Is it relief? How do you describe
Definitely
it?
relief. Definitely relief. It's a long game, but just happy to close it out.
Can you share any moment you had with DeMarcus after the game?
Oh man, Marcus is my guy. Knew Marcus since I was in grade school. We went to high school together. This is our first year not playing together, not being on the same team. So, you know, the bragging rights is going to be crazy going back to Sacramento and seeing each other's families, and I'm going to hold that one on forever.
I know you're a linebacker, but this is not the third interception you've had in 2 years. What about your past experience, maybe at other positions, helps you in pass defense as a linebacker?
Just me being versatile, knowing that I have the ability to cover fast tight ends, little quick slots, running backs, knowing I got the speed to play sideline to sideline, and me coming in as kind of as a DB and me playing when I say the nickel position in COVID in 2021 has helped me a lot, me growing, learning coverages, and just kind of playing the ball.
LaBelle, defense had a lot of minutes on the field tonight. Just what are some takeaways from tonight's game that you're hoping to implement moving forward into Arizona State?
Definitely got to get off the field, give the offense more opportunities to get the rhythm going. We had a lot of long drives tonight, unacceptable drives as well. We had them in a lot of third down situations, and they was gaining yards and going for it on fourth and converting. That's something that's very unacceptable. We can't give those type of opportunities to Arizona State because they will take advantage of them.
As the leader of this defense, how do you keep the guys around you locked in and focused, especially with all those minutes on the field?
Honestly, just coming in tomorrow, honestly, just celebrating it. But like I said, it's a wake-up call. Our opponents is not going to get any lighter. They're only going to get better. Tonight kind of exposed us on both sides of the field and both sides of the ball. And every team that we play on from here on out is going to watch this film and find the details on how to beat us.
And you talk about being exposed. Did you guys anticipate the quarterback to kind of run out of the pocket and scramble around there and kind of make you guys chase after him a little bit?
We anticipated it. We knew he was an athletic quarterback that was able to use his feet, play in and play out. But we didn't think honestly, I didn't think he was. I thought it was going to be way more designed quarterback runs, but he was actually throwing the ball, and their receivers is well. They're really well all around. So that was something that we got to do. We got to have more containment, stay lashed on to our guy in man coverage and zone coverage, and just try to contain the running quarterbacks as long as we can.
Hey, LaBelle, you just talked about your emotions. Last week you got the tip ball to end the game at Purdue, and now you got the interception, obviously, to end this game. Just what's been the last 2 weeks like for you, getting the 2 winning plays?
Honestly, last week, I knew I didn't. Last week, to be honest, I was tired. I didn't really want to play no more. Not play no more, but like it was fourth down. I knew I kind of wanted to go home. So tonight, we knew our offense kicked the field goal. We had to keep them out the end zone. That was something that we lacked at in the red zone. Honestly, they were drawing up a lot of plays, and like I said, I just had to try to figure a way to make a play. I wouldn't say the plays was going away from me the whole game, but that was my play to make, and I had to make it.
Playing in front of over 40,000 people in the stadium and being able to secure the win, just how did that feel being back in Bulldog Stadium and being able to do that?
It feels amazing. The crowd was relentless. Me being on the defensive side of the ball was very loud, so loud that the D-line wasn't really able to hear the calls and whatnot. and I'm glad that they stuck it and they brought the energy the whole game, from playing to play out, being loud, being disruptive, really being that 12th man and helping us out.
I feel great, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to come out with a win. So, yeah, I'm definitely grateful for that.
How do you feel about your performance and kind of the ups and downs that the offense had today?
You know, there was some ups and downs, but we prepare in the week to like overcome that, and you know what I'm saying? It's not just me, it's the team mostly.
The first overtime, you got in the end zone. How much, when you find out you're going to only have to go half the way of 25 yards, how does that impact how you guys approach the field?
We just tell each other we have to get in the end zone, you know what I'm saying?
For you, to be in your position these last two games, just what has it been like coming from the walk-on background and stepping into such a bigger role than you had before?
You know, I don't really consider myself just a walk-on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I have the ability to play at this level, so I look at myself just like anyone else, and I come out here to play just like everyone else, and I know I can.
I mean, you haven't just played like everyone else. I mean, the running game's kind of been on your shoulders, it seems like. Just how have you been able to handle that?
You know what I'm saying? I work day in and day out for this, and you know what I'm saying? I've worked my whole life for this, honestly. And being a walk-on, I have to show people that I can do this, and that's just on my back at all times.
And talk about that last part, being a walk-on. What extra effort does it take for you to be up there with the scholarship guys and outperform the scholarship guys that you're playing with?
Like I said, I don't consider myself a walk-on, so I don't want anybody else to consider me a walk-on, you know. But I am a walk-on, so I have to come in here with a chip on my shoulder every day and to prove something for myself.
I noticed you had a lot of success running outside the tackles. What about running in open space? Do you succeed at?
I feel like because I am a bigger back, a lot of people don't want to go heads up with me, so I kind of take that to my advantage, and I try to lower my shoulder or beat him with a move, and yeah.
Do you have any more questions for Elijah?
Good.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
I mean, we've been in this position before. Coaches do a great job of putting us in these positions during practice so that when it's game time, it's like second nature to us. We don't panic. We stay cool, calm, collected, and we just execute. So I feel like it's easy because we rep it so much that it's routine almost. So, it was a good win. It was tough, closer than it needed to be, but I'm glad we got it. We pulled it up.
And can you just talk about the connection you have with Mikey? Obviously you had a big game last week at Purdue, and today, that fourth quarter, he went to you a lot. So can you just talk about how you're building that connection with him?
I mean, we watch film a lot. When the week starts, we watch film. We try to get a good idea of the game plan and see what we can do to attack these guys. And so we do a good job of trying to get on the same page. And I'm always asking him what he expects me to do on certain coverages and certain looks, just so that when we're out there, we're not thinking as much. We're just playing. I'm just playing catch and trying to, execute and drive down the field. I'm glad he trusts me, and I have a lot of trust in him that he's going to put the ball where it needs to be and that I can, catch it and go make plays.
And then you've had back-to-back big games. How has it been kind of taking on a leadership role for the wide receiver group?
It's been cool. I mean, I've had to, coach, not really coach these guys, but, help them come along and learn the playbook. And they lean on me to, step up in these moments, and I'm glad they do. And I'm glad I can keep delivering. But it's cool to have guys, they trust you because, they see you do it day in and day out. So when I go out there and I'm playing, to know that all those guys believe in me, it gives me the confidence to do what I do.
Eric, could you describe your touchdown catch, the deep ball? What did you see on that play?
So we were running a double move on it, and the safeties were low. And so I was able to, get inside of one of them and just race out down the middle of the field. Mikey threw a great ball and let me run under it. We worked on that play a lot during the week, so we knew if we got the look that we were going to call it. So we got it, and I knew, I'm pretty sure the ball was going to come to me, so I knew I just had to win on it. And, it was just a great throw by Mikey. I know he took a big hit on that one, so I'm glad it was resulted in a touchdown.
Was that look not there very often today? It seemed like there just weren't a lot of deep connections.
I mean, they did a good job of disguising their coverages, and they got it sometimes. A lot of times on third down we were expecting man, they dropped out into a zone. And so, sometimes it works out like that. Sometimes you get the look you want for a certain play, and sometimes you don't. But they did a good job mixing up coverages, but we were able to get them on that one time right there.
The first 2 years you were here, when FCS opponents came, the crowd was 31,000. Today it was 41,000. How much did the extra 10 impact the game, and what have you seen from the Red Wave that it's grown over your time here?
Oh, man, I love the Red Wave. Their support for us, through thick and thin. They have our back, and I'm glad they're out there cheering loud, making it hard for the offense to communicate, especially in a game like that, when, we should be winning by a lot, but it came down to the wire. And so the fans, that were out there cheering and making it hard for them and loving us up during that time makes it that much better when you go out there and get a W.
Do you have any more questions, sir?
As mentioned, you are now a leader on the team. When your backs are against the wall, what do you tell an offense that's not performing at its best? How do you keep them in the game to be able to come out with the win?
So we have a saying that we say, we just say routine plays routinely. And what that means is we just go out there and do what we know how to do, and take it one play at a time. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to do, stuff that you don't normally do. Just go out there and make the play you can make. And those plays start, stacking and adding up, and pretty soon, you're driving down the field, and, making even bigger plays. So, yeah, routine plays routinely. Coach McCann always says that. Coach Baxter has a saying that, so what, now what, that we always say. Something goes bad or something goes good, you got to respond the next play and be ready to, flush it and get ready to do it again. So